I had always been afraid of the dark. I had lost my sight at a young age, and the world had always been a scary place for me. But I had learned to cope, and I had always felt safe as long as I was with my husband. He was my rock, my guide, and I trusted him with all my heart. So when he went away on a business trip, leaving me alone in our house, I was terrified. I had never been alone before, and the thought of it filled me with dread. But I knew that I had to be strong. I was a grown woman, and I couldn't let my fears get the best of me. So I went about my day, doing all the things I normally did. I cooked meals, cleaned the house, and listened to my audiobooks. And every night, when I went to bed, I cuddled up next to my husband's pillow, pretending that he was there with me. It was a strange and unsettling routine, but it gave me comfort. I knew that I was safe, and that was all that mattered. But one night, as I lay in bed, something changed. I felt a presence in the room, a sense of unease that I couldn't shake. I tried to ignore it, telling myself that it was just my imagination. But as the minutes ticked by, the feeling grew stronger. I couldn't take it anymore. I reached out and touched my husband's pillow, hoping to feel his familiar warmth. But instead of the soft cotton I expected, I felt something cold and clammy. I recoiled in horror, my heart racing as I realized that I wasn't alone. There was something in the room with me, something evil and malevolent. I could feel its presence, its breath on my neck, and I knew that I had to get out. I scrambled out of bed and ran for the door, my hands outstretched as I tried to find my way. I could hear the thing behind me, its footsteps pounding the floor as it followed me. I stumbled and fell, my hands scraping the floor as I tried to crawl away. I could feel the thing closing in, its hot breath on my neck as it prepared to strike. Just when I thought it was all over, I heard a voice in the darkness. It was my husband, his voice full of concern as he called out to me. My heart soared with hope. I struggled to my feet and ran towards the sound of his voice, my hands outstretched as I tried to find him. But as I drew closer, I realized that something was wrong. The voice was different, deeper and more sinister. It was the monster, mimicking my husband's voice in order to lure me in. I froze in terror, my mind racing as I tried to think of a way out. I couldn't let the monster win, not after everything I had been through. I turned and ran, my feet pounding the floor as I fought to escape. I could hear the monster behind me, its footsteps growing louder and louder as it closed in. I didn't know how much longer I could keep running, but I knew that I had to try. I had to survive no matter what. But it was too late. The monster was too fast, and before I knew what was happening, it was on top of me. I screamed as it tore into my flesh, its razor-sharp claws slicing through my skin. I fought with all my might, but it was no use. The monster was too strong, and I knew that I was doomed. I closed my eyes, accepting my fate as the monster's claws dug into my flesh.